Hi everybody, welcome to my yoga class. Today we're just going to do a little bit of a slow flow, move into our bodies. Happy Earth Day. Today we're going to do a really grounded practice with Earth Day in mind. And then from there we will bring in some different elements, some water elements, a little bit of fluidity, some air movements, a little bit of loosening, and some fire elements, some breathing technique, pranayama, to build heat as we enter into this new chapter. So it's kind of going to be a versatile practice today, bringing it in all the different directions, pulling in all of the elements together and moving through whatever comes up. There's no right or wrong way to feel in this practice. There's no right or wrong way to be in this practice. The only thing is that you keep breathing. If you need to take a break, then lay down. If the practice is laying down the whole time and listening to me talk, then lay down and listen to me talk. Otherwise, I invite you to join in the movement, modify as needed. I recommend grabbing a blanket if you want to bring this underneath your knees. I personally love using a blanket underneath of my knees. And then either grab some sort of block if you've got one of those nearby. If you don't have a block, then go ahead and just grab any sort of pillow, something to sit up on. With that, we will go ahead and get started sitting up on either a block or a pillow. Bring the block underneath the sit bones. Bring the sit bones right up on top of there. You've got a couple options with the legs here. Knees can go down towards the floor. If they don't touch the floor, you can slip blocks underneath, slip a blanket or pillow underneath to help bring the floor closer to the knees. Otherwise, you can take the feet, wrap them towards the back of your mat, knees facing forward. If neither of those work, then finding some sort of comfortable seat that works with your body. And then draw the spine long. Imagine that the spine was pressing up against a wall, a really flat, tall wall. Sensing into the very base of the spine, into the root, grounding down into the earth, into the block or the pillow. Really setting your foundation. So keep sensing into this place for a little while. Noticing, what does it feel like? Sensing into the right sit bone, allowing it to get a little bit heavier and heavier. And sensing into the left sit bone, allowing it to get heavier and heavier. Go ahead and sense into both sit bones equally. Allow them to ground down, root, and drop into the earth. Take a deep breath here. Keeping that rooted foundation, begin to draw the attention up the spine again, like you were sitting against a flat wall. Grow the spine tall, maybe wiggle it out a little bit. And then come back to stillness, spine growing long, sit bones rooted and heavy into the earth. Pull the belly in and up, drawing yourself into yourself, containing all of your energy. Take a deep breath here. Keeping all of that, imagine a finger right in between the shoulder blades, lifting up the heart. If it's accessible and available for you, maybe wrap a hand around and actually poke that place in between the shoulder blades, lifting through the heart, and then release the hand back down to the thigh. With a tall spine, heart lifted, root dropping into the earth, Take 3 deep breaths here. Keeping all of that, lift the crown of the head up, tuck the chin in slightly, getting long through the base of the neck, all the way to the crown of the head. Take a deep breath. Keeping all of this built from the foundation, rising through the spine. Draw a sense of light over your head with the eyes heavy or closed. Imagine a crown of light lifting you up and up and up into your higher self. And then imagine that crown of light getting just a little bit bigger and bigger until it's big enough to circle around the whole body. And then like rain, imagine the light beginning to fall all around you and on top of you, dripping down your skin. Droplets of light trickle over you, filling you with a sense of coolness and warmth. Continuing to visualize this as you take 5 breaths. Relaxing into the face, relaxing into the jaw. On your next inhale, blink the eyes open, sweep the arms into a big circle like you're scooping something up. Draw the hands together to touch above the head, and then draw the hands in front of the heart. Placing the hands together, right meeting left. Coming into center. Setting an intention for your practice. Sometimes there's a misconception about an intention. It doesn't need to be deep or insightful. It doesn't need to be poetic or even metaphorical. It could be something as real as my intention is to just get through this day. My intention is to keep breathing even when things get hard. Or maybe it is something more refined. And taking that intention, reaching the hands back up to the sky, let it float out of the hands and draw the arms down back by the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and high. And exhale, hands come back down by the sides. We'll do that just a couple more times. Inhale, arms raise up. And exhale, hands float down. One more time. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands float down. And then come off of the block or blanket or pillow, set it off to the side. Coming over onto hands and knees, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. At this time, if you'd like to grab your blanket, draw it across the center of your mat to set the knees on top of. If you don't have a blanket, you could also take your mat and fold it over at the center. This will create a little bit firmer of a foundation. All right, so with the knees under the hips, the hands under the shoulders. Draw the belly in towards the spine, create a flat back. And then imagine that the body's like taffy. So draw the tailbone to the back wall, reach the crown of the head forward like you're pulling apart. As the crown of the head and the tailbone reach away from one another, continue to draw the belly in towards the spine. Press through the hands, plug the shoulders down into the back, And take a deep breath. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the toes, send the knees slightly up, not very high. Take another inhale. And exhale, knees float back to the earth. Inhale here, tapping the spine. And exhale, tuck the toes. Inhale, knees float about 2 inches up. Take a breath. Another inhale. And exhale, knees float gently back down. Inhale, this time heart pulls through the arms, sit bones lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine, curl the head and tail towards one another. Inhale, flatten through the back, crown of the head, tailbone, reach away from one another. Tucking the toes on the next inhale, knees float up. Pause. This time, send the hips up and back on the exhale, downward facing dog. When you arrive there, begin to walk out the dog, bending into one knee, bending into the other. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then send both heels equally back towards the earth. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And then round the triceps forward. Sit bones reaching up, a slight curl of the tail towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and give that head a shake, yes and no, reminding yourself to be a bit looser in the neck. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, crisscross, walk the feet forward, stepping the right foot over the left, over the right, all the way until you get to the top of the mat, and then step the feet side by side, about hip distance width apart. You could draw the hands into knuckles, bring those in between the big toes. That's about approximate distance for hip width. If that feels stable for you, then go ahead and keep that pose. If not, then separate or bring the feet a little bit closer together to create a firm foundation. From here, begin to bend into one knee, bend into the other. Just gently moving the body side to side, waking up the backs of the legs, shaking the spine like a rag doll and a snake. Just side to side, continuing to move, continuing to breathe. Take a deep, deep, deep bend into the knees. Gaze looks forward, flatten through that back. Pause here. Again, invite that sense of taffy. Reach the tailbone back. Reach the crown of the head forward. Elongate the spine. As you exhale, ragdoll forward, lengthen out through the legs. Inhale, deep bend into the knees, sweep the arms wide and high, arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands come down in front of the heart center. Hands together to touch, pull the belly in and up. Find a tall stance here. Allow the eyes to fall heavy or completely closed. And again, invite your intention back into the forefront of your heart, to the forefront of your mind. And take 3 breaths. On the inhale, sweep the arms down wide and high. Exhale, swan dive the arms, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shin bones. Flatten up through the back. Take a breath. Another inhale here. As you exhale, bend into the knees, draw the hands to the earth, and step left and then right to a high plank position. Take an inhale, belly pulls in. Shoulders plugging into the back. Inhale again. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, as the left heel descends towards the earth, begin to bring a little bit more weight into the left foot. And then send the right toes back. Place the top of the right foot on the earth, opening out through the right foot. Then, as you inhale, lift the right foot up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, What you're going to do is take the big toe and the second toe and place it on the back of the left heel to draw the left heel down closer towards the earth. Inhale, right leg reaches back up to the sky. And as you exhale, roll forward to a plank pose, keeping that right leg lifted. And then draw the right toes down to the earth, drop the knees down to the ground. So now instead of being right on hands and knees, you're gonna be a little bit more forward with the hips at an angle. Untuck the toes, begin to bend into the elbows to descend the hips down towards the earth, cobra pose, heart rises. Exhale, hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, crisscross, walk the feet forward. Coming all the way to the top of the mat, finding your feet at hip distance width apart. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Bend into opposite knees. And then a deep bend into both knees. Inhale, hands to shin bones, keeping the bend in the knees. Spine like taffy. Crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Belly pulling in and up. Take a breath. Another inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees. Inhale, arms sweep wide and high. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Closing the eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and high, blink the eyes open. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, bend into the knees, plant the hands down on the earth, this time right foot, and then left foot, high plank, belly pulls in and up, gaze looks forward. Take another inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here, bending into one knee and the other. And then begin to sense into the right foot. Grow a little heavier and heavier until you can float the left foot off of the floor. Untuck the toes, place the top of the foot down onto the ground, opening through the top of the left foot. It's a really maybe subtle, maybe it's more intense. And then inhale, left foot rises up to the sky. As you exhale, big toe and second toe wrap around the right heel to draw the right heel down towards the earth. Inhale, left foot rises back up. Keep the left foot floating as you round and roll the spine forward to a plank pose. And then the left foot touches down to the earth. Knees drop down. Untuck the toes. Gaze looks forward as you exhale. Bend to the elbows. Hips float towards the earth. Belly pulls in, cobra pose. Exhale, hands and knees, downward facing dog. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to take about 3 to 5 hops to get to the top of the mat. So inhale, exhale, and then begin to hop. Hop, hop, hop. Feet up in between the hands, half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms wide and high. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, sweep the arms back. Float the right leg up towards the back of the wall. So now the spine is long, the leg is long, the crown of the head is reaching forward. Left standing leg is pressing and rooting into the earth. Press the left thigh back. Hands could draw to the hips, belly pulls in and up. Take one more breath. If you're wobbling or falling, that's totally cool. As you exhale, right foot floats back, high lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift through the heart. Pause here. So, with the heart lifting, oftentimes we have a tendency to think that we're doing a back bend by throwing our head back. That's not the thing. So what we're doing is just like when we were sitting and we took our hand and we imagined or actually pressed the finger in between the shoulder blades to lift the heart, that's the motion. So either actually take your hand and press it there for a moment, or visualize it open through the heart. Take the head forward, looking directly out in front of you, and imagine this back bend starting from the heart. Then, maybe the gaze looks slightly up. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, lower the back knee to the earth. Low lunge, arms rise up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left arm sweeps back and up, twist, gaze looks either directly out in front of you or turns up towards the left hand. Inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes to the top of the left knee. Go ahead and press the left knee out, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. And then instead of slinging into the hips here, can you press more through your foundation? Stay firm in the foundation, into the opening, stay integrated in the body. If that's not quite landing, you're not quite sure what that means, then imagine that you're sucking everything in and up, not letting anything spill out. As you press the knee away, float the heart up. Take one more breath. And then exhale, left hand comes down to the earth inside of the left foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up. Begin to walk the hands to the center of the mat, pivot the heels and toes so they're parallel towards one another. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Bend into the left knee. Bend into the right knee. Bend into the left knee. Bend into the right knee. Coming back to center, bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. Take a half lift. If the hands don't reach the earth here, totally cool. Bend into the knees. You could even rise to the fingertips. Half lift. As you exhale, forward fold, crown of the head reaching towards the earth. And then we'll do that 2 more times. You could even experiment. Maybe the hands reach the earth, but you want to try bending the knees. So navigating this space as you breathe 1 more time, inhale and exhale. All right, everybody bend into your knees deep. Pressing into the hands, begin to squiggle the feet a little bit closer towards one another. And then the toes kick out, heels kick in. Press through the feet, use your legs, stand all the way up, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, and begin to pulse. Just little movements here, pulsing up and down like you were bouncing on a ball. Pulsing and breathing, breathing and pulsing. Keep going just like this. Inhale, rise all the way up, lengthen through the legs, hands rise up and overhead. Exhale, draw the hands to the knees, sitting down in towards a goddess pose. Then, begin to dip the right shoulder forward. Gaze looks to the left or towards the ceiling. And then dip into the opposite shoulder. Gaze looks to the right or towards the ceiling. And then go back and forth like this a few times. Coming back to center, rise to stand, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to the hips, and then step back to the top of your mat. Shake out the right leg, shake out the left leg, shake out the right, shake out the left. Shake the right arm, shake the left arm, and then shake everything, legs, arms. Shake it out, jump. Jump and shake. And then come back to stand. Feet hip distance width apart. And we'll do the other side. I'm gonna flip around to the back of the mat so I can still face forward. Starting at the top of your mat, feet hip distance width apart. Inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, fold to the half. Float the left leg up towards the back wall. So now the body's flat on the horizon, right foot rooted into the earth, toes pressing into the ground, heel pressing into the ground. Back foot flexed, belly pulls in and up. Sweep the hands back. Maybe the hands come to the hips. Totally cool if you're falling or wobbling, as is life. Sometimes we fall off balance, other times we don't. Take another breath. As you exhale, gently float the left foot down to the earth. Rise the spine up, high lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Gaze stays looking forward. Lift through the heart. Find the back bend in the heart. You could take your hand poking in between the shoulder blades for a little extra oomph. And then hands come back towards a cactus shape. Now with the head, maybe the gaze looks up towards the ceiling. Heart rising, belly pulls in and up. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen back through the spine. Inhale. On the exhale, back knee drops to the earth. Arms rise up, low lunge. Exhale, left hand floats down. Right arm sweeps back and up. Twisted low lunge. Gaze looks towards the right fingertips. Take an inhale. And exhale, right hand floats to the top of the right knee, just as before, keeping all the integration. So suck everything in towards center. Press through the feet. Then press the right knee away. Lean the heart back. Drop the head away. Opening into the right hip, into the right leg. Take another inhale. Another exhale. Draw everything back to center. Right hand releases to the inside of the right foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee off of the earth. Walk the hands around to center. Wide-legged forward fold. Adjust the feet as needed. Shake the head yes when you get there. Shake the head no. Bend into the right knee. Bend into the left knee. Bend into the right knee. And bend into the left knee. Coming back to center, head floating down towards the earth. Shake it out. Squiggle the feet a little bit closer towards one another. Bend deep into the knees. Take a half lift. And exhale, forward fold. 2 more times like that. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend deep into the knees, half lift, and then press through the feet, rise all the way to stand. Arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms. Turn the toes out, heels in, and begin to pulse. Continuing to breathe. The arms could stay lifted, or they could drop to the hips. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. About 15 more seconds. And slow it down. Inhale, rise all the way to stand, arms overhead. As you exhale, toes turn a little bit forward, heels stay slightly in, bring the hands to the knees. And then we'll alternate, dip the left shoulder forward, turn the head to the side or up. And then the opposite way, right shoulder dips forward, head turns up. And then one more time, side to side. Inhale, come back to center, rise up. and then step it back to the top of your mat. Shake out the legs, one leg and then the other. Shake out the arms, and then shake it all out. Shake, 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 jump. Jump, 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 shake it out. Okay. And then come back to stand. From here, come down to your sit bones. Send the feet forward. Sit bones a little bit back. You could bring the blanket out from underneath of you if you have the blanket there now. And then, with the feet forward, bring the hands behind the body. Lift the heart up just as before, like we've been working with. Pressing into the feet, knees parallel, thighs parallel. Inhale, hips rise up. Gaze looks forward and up. And exhale, hips down. Inhale, rise back up. Pressing into the hands and the feet. Exhale, hips down. One more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hips down. Send the sit bones back, legs forward out in front of you. Flexing through the toes, hands into the thighs. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms rise up, spine flat. As you exhale, begin to bow the heart towards the thighs, keeping the arms by the ears, lengthening through the spine. So you probably won't go as far as you imagine or as far as you're wanting to go. Keep the heart pulling through the gates of the arms, flexing the toes back towards the body, arms reaching up, inhale. And then exhale, release the hands down by the sides. Draw the feet in together to touch, butterfly pose. Knees opening wide to the side. Bring the hands to the heels. Heart pulls up. Gaze looks forward. Take a breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Draw the heart towards the feet again. You probably won't go as far as you imagine. And then inhale, rise the spine back up to straight. Extend the left leg long out in front of you. Plug the right foot into the left thigh. Inhale, again, arms rise up. This time, as you exhale, do round through the spine. Allow the arms to float down to the floor, head dropping towards the knee. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. As you inhale, walk the spine back up. Step the right foot to the earth and then step it over the left leg. 2 options here. Left leg can stay extended long or roll onto the left sit bone to bend the left foot back towards the right sit bone. If you've chosen to bring the right foot or the right heel, the right hip and the left heel together, make sure that the right sit bone is still rooted to the earth. You don't want to be sitting on the heel. You also don't want the right sit bone to be floating up. So, if that's the case, maybe choose to extend the leg back long. Otherwise, wrap the hands around the right knee. Draw the spine long and high. Crown of the head reaching up. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hands. Inhale, arms rise up. As you exhale, twist right hand behind the body, left hand to the knee. Spine long, gaze looks over the shoulder. Inhale, unwinding. Bring the hands down by the right foot. So that's going to be the foot that's forward. And then it's a little bit weird, but you're going to keep the legs just as they are. See if you can follow me. Send the weight into the right front foot. Lift the sit bones up and unwind. Now you're facing the back of your mat. Squiggle the feet together to touch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend deep into the knees. Inhale, half lift. And then walk the hands forward. Step the feet back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, bringing a little bit of water into this. As you inhale, heels rise up like a wave in the ocean, round forward. Heart rises, gaze looks forward, and then send it back, reverse. Downward facing dog. We'll do that 2 more times. Heels rise up, roll it forward, crown of the head reaching out in front of you. Roll it back, exhale. 1 more time. All right, take an inhale here. Exhale completely. At the bottom of the exhale, step, hop, or float the feet to the center of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Gaze looks forward, flatten through the back. Exhale, forward, fold. Now, listen closely. What we're going to do is walk the hands to the left, pivot the toes, and then the right heel comes down to the left sit bone, and now the left knee is bent up. If that didn't make sense, no worries. We're ending up with the left knee bent up towards the ceiling and the right foot either extended forward or bent back towards the left sit bone. Again, take this moment to check in with yourself. Are you sitting on the heel? If so, bump it out of the way. Is the left sit bone floating up in the air? If so, squiggle that right foot just a little bit more forward. So find your pose. Draw the hands around the left shin bone, heart rising up. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Keeping the legs just as they are. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, left hand to the back of the body, right hand to the knee. Gaze looks back over the left shoulder. Spine long and lifted. Inhale, begin to unwind just as before. This time, hands come to the left foot. Place them on the ground. Send the weight into the left foot and press up. Walk it to the back of the mat. And then step the feet onto the mat. Now you should be about in the center of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Hands to shin bones. Belly pulls in and up. Exhale, bend into the knees, left hand, right hand, walk it forward. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale, and then 3 times just as before, rounding and rolling through the spine. So as you inhale, roll it forward to plank pose. Exhale, take it back 2 more times. Pause in down dog. Take an inhale. Rise up onto the toes. Bend into the knees. Exhale at the bottom. Step, hop, or float to the center of the mat. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Walk the hands to the right. Pivoting the feet. This time we're going to stay standing. So now the right foot is crossed over the left foot. And then unwind the feet. Step them side by side. Inhale, half lift facing the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms wide and high. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Coming on to your sit bones. Either bringing a block or a blanket or a pillow or a combination of any of the above. Again, finding some position with the legs. So either bringing the feet behind you or crisscross the legs in front of you, it doesn't quite matter. I'm going to move into a little bit of a fire element, some pranayama, breath work. Also a bit of chi, so sending the energy through the body. So what this is going to look like today as the belly's gonna pull in and up. Heart stays lifted. Arms into a T shape. Inhale at center. And then we're gonna twist to the left, shoot the breath out the tip of the nose, exhale. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. So it'll be like that, but it'll be much faster. So you can start with me or watch me for a moment and then begin on your own if you're unfamiliar with this practice. So keeping everything contained, pulling into center, sending the breath in and out, cleansing our system, building some heat, building some fire. So inhale, arms rise up, lengthen through the belly, through the back, cactus the arms, and we'll begin. As you continue to breathe side to side, bring the thumb and the pointer finger together to touch. Keep going. About 10 more seconds. Begin to slow it down, coming back to center. Keep the eyes heavier closed. Draw the palms onto the thighs, facing the palms up towards the ceiling, back of the hands resting. Take a moment to sense into the tingling or the energy that was created inside of you. Take a moment to sense into the outer, the sounds around you, the distractions, the calming sounds. Invite it all. Gently blink the eyes open, keeping the legs just as they are or adjust them. Bring the left hand down to the floor. Inhale, right arm up and over, side body stretch. Continuing over to the right side as you exhale, sweep the hand down, around, resting with the hands forward in a child's pose variation with the sit bones seated. Let the elbows reach to the earth, forehead maybe resting on the ground. Otherwise, you can stack the hands, pausing with the forehead meeting the hands. Take a few breaths. Begin to walk the hands back, rising up through the spine again. Right hand down to the earth. Inhale, left arm up and over, side body stretch. As you exhale, sweep the left arm down and around out in front of you. From here, inhale, rise up onto hands and knees. And exhale, come back to sit. Draw the hands to the thigh bones, spine growing long and tall. We'll move into alternating breath. So we'll take the left hand and take a C shape. The thumb will be used to close off the right nostril, and the pointer finger or the middle finger will be used to close off the right. So thumb, left, other fingers, right. So begin with me, taking your hand just in front of your face, closing the eyes. First, we'll take a breath through both nostrils. Inhale and exhale. Draw the left Nostril closed. Take an inhale through the right. Exhale, switch. Close off the right. Exhale out the left. Inhale, left. Switch. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Switch. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Switch. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Keep going like this, switching at the top of the inhale. If you get lost along the way, it's okay, just keep breathing. On your next exhale, release the hand down to the thigh, keeping the eyes heavy or closed. Coming off of your block or blanket, setting it off to the side, and coming all the way down onto your back. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, rolling side to side. And then hugging the right knee in, extend the left leg long out in front of you, flex through both toes. And then inhale, float the leg up towards the ceiling, keeping the right knee hugged in. And exhale, float and hover the left foot. Inhale, left foot rises up towards the ceiling. And exhale, float and hover. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, float and hover. We'll do that 2 more times. This time, land the left heel onto the earth. Draw the right thigh over the body, coming into a twist. Right arm reaches away, gaze over towards the right. See if you can stay heavy through both shoulders. Take a deep breath. Coming back to center, hug both knees in towards the chest. And again, rock side to side. This time, draw the left knee in, extend the right leg long out in front of you. Let it land on the floor for a moment as you draw the left knee in. Then activate through the legs, flex the toes back towards the face. As you inhale, left leg floats up. And exhale, left leg floats and hovers. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale, float and hover. 3 more times, just this slow, keeping your pace, keeping your breath. This time, let the right foot fall to the ground. Draw the left leg over the body, coming into a twist. Left arm reaches out to the side. Gaze to the left. Few breaths here. Inhale, unwind the body. Extend both legs long out in front of you. Arms reach up and overhead. Take a full body stretch. Point the toes. Reach the fingers through the elbows, the knees. The whole body like taffy now. And then exhale. Bring the feet to the earth. Knees towards the ceiling. Hands come down to the sides of the body. Press the shoulders into the earth and we'll take a few bridge poses. This time, through the bridge variation that we're going to move through, the arms will float back, tracing a rainbow as the hips rise up. Inhale, hips and arms rise. And exhale, send it down. 2 more times. Pause here at the bottom. Take a breath. And extend the legs long out in front of you. Take one more full body stretch if that serves you. And then exhale, arms float down by the sides. Let the feet flop open. Letting go of the breath. Letting the bones and the muscles drip heavier and heavier into the ground. Giving thanks to your body. Allowing space for whatever is coming up or whatever came up. Taking one hand and placing it on your heart, taking the other hand and placing it on your belly. Take a deep breath. Feel the breath moving inside of you. Feel the life force filling you up, cleansing you with every inhale and every exhale. Each breath a new moment. And then again, inviting that light, that halo of light that we envisioned at the beginning of practice. This time, imagine it surrounding the whole body, underneath of you, to the side, top of you. Imagine it like a big bubble all around you. You are held. You are whole. Either keep the hands just like so or float the hands back down by the sides. Continuing to visualize that warm bubble of light as you drop into your final resting pose, Shavasana, staying here for as long as you would like. Thank you for practicing with me today. Happy Earth Day. Please reach out if anything came up for you, if you have any questions or concerns or anything in between. I'm here. Even in this virtual space, sometimes it feels a little bit more disconnected, but know that you can message me. We can call on one another. Om Shanti, Shanti, peace.